Hi, my name is Ryan Christensen. This is my presentation for Unit 8 of Microsoft Office, my career presentation. I'm doing it on the profession of electrician, so let's jump right into it. So what exactly does an electrician do? In a nutshell, an electrician is the person you call when the lights in your house aren't working, or they're the people you see at construction sites installing the wiring. They use a lot of electrical tools and equipment to do their job, and they read blueprints and plans for buildings to help them know where to use their equipment and how to use it. And a lot of times they have to identify problems with existing equipment because the people who have it don't really know what's wrong with it. So the big question, what does it pay? The average salary is around $55,000 a year. It might be a little more, a little less than that. And it can be as low as $32,000 or as high as $94,000. But this is kind of relative because the salary can change with position and time. A full electrician would get paid more than an apprentice. Well, because the apprentice doesn't have as much experience. So education required. There's not a ton of education required. Well, actually, no, that's not true. There is a lot of education required, but not exactly in the traditional kind of way. They can go to a technical school before entering an apprenticeship, and this can maybe shorten the apprenticeship or help them get paid more. But others will start right into an apprenticeship, and they'll be taking classes and having experience as they do their job. And an apprenticeship can last from 4 to 5 years. Being an electrician is a really complicated job, and it takes a while before you can know all the stuff that you need to know. So where do they work? So this question is kind of unique with electricians because like plumbers and other construction type jobs, they can be called to a variety of work environments. Sometimes it's people's houses, sometimes you're working on large scale projects, making buildings, and other times you are just working on maybe a small project. Or there's a lot of standing and kneeling. It's a very physical job because there's a lot of equipment you have to use. A lot of times there's stuff you have to get out of the way before you can get into wiring, and so it requires a lot of motion, and it can be in factories and facilities, and this can be pretty dangerous. Not just the factories and facilities, although those are probably more so, but you are dealing with dangerous electrical equipment, high voltage in a lot of cases. So you have to be really careful in this job. So skills required. Problem solving is really important because a lot of times you won't know what exactly is wrong with equipment that you have to fix, so you have to look through and identify the problem. Design. You have to work out how to install electrical equipment to make it work with the flow of the house. Listening is very important because this can help with problem solving. If you're not listening to what a client may tell you about what's wrong, you might do more harm than good. Critical thinking, that relates to problem solving because you have to kind of think outside the box sometimes, like how to identify what the problem is, how to actually get to where you can fix the problem. Math skills are always important because this has a lot to do with geometry, the way it works in construction. And that's my presentation. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.